Contact us to avail the combo offer of General Studies and Public Administration optional with 20% discount.
Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. In this series, we are discussing the previous year questions of UPSC Prelims examination. And today we are going to discuss questions related to science and technology. So now let us see the topics that we are going to cover through questions today. Okay. So we are going to take a question on the characteristics of viruses. We are going to understand about nature of viruses, okay. Then we are going to take a question related to blood group, okay. Then we will take a question related to rainbow, and this is important under physics category, okay. Then if we talk about Higgs boson, so we are going to understand about Higgs boson. So this is a new thing that was in research and that was primarily in news for a long time, okay. Then we are going to understand about vitamin deficiency related diseases, and all these topics are covered under this particular portion of the prelim syllabus that says general science, okay. So in the UPSC prelims syllabus there is a mention of general science. It means science and technology for prelims and for means, okay, but like we are covering for the prelims exam itself, okay. So now let us take the first question for the day. This question was asked by UPSC in the year of 2013, okay. So let us read this question and then we will try to answer this question. Apart from answering, we are going to label this question as easy, moderate and difficult. And apart from this, we are going to understand some additional characteristics of viruses as well, okay. So here let us take the question. It says, which of the following statements is or are correct, okay. Now they have directly said like we have to find out the correct statements from here, and then we have to identify the answer having the correct code, okay. It says viruses lack enzymes necessary for generation of energies. Yeah, this is correct because like viruses are not living entities. So viruses are those entities that lack enzymes necessary for the generation of energy. So viruses are either RNA viruses or they are either DNA viruses, okay. So viruses can be RNA virus and they can be DNA virus. So in a virus both the things are not present, okay. And if we talk about a human cell, okay, a human cell has DNA as well as RNA as well, okay. So like virus, this virus can be RNA virus or it can be DNA virus. If we talk about the COVID-19, okay, if we talk about COVID-19, COVID-19 is also a virus and this is a RNA virus, okay, it is a RNA virus. So this particular virus do not have DNA inside it, okay. So this statement is correct. Apart from this, if statement 1 is correct, we can eliminate option B because it does not have 2 and 3. Now let us take the next statement. It says viruses can be cultured in any synthetic medium. This is incorrect, okay. Cultured means viruses can be replicated or like it can be cultured in any synthetic medium, it is saying, but like this is incorrect because like viruses need, okay, some kind of energy, some kind of living organisms or plant or bacteria to replicate, okay. So to multiply, viruses need a plant body, an animal body or a or a bacteria. So that's why statement 2 is incorrect, okay. So it cannot be cultured in any synthetic medium, okay. So this is the thing, okay. So like it can be cultured somewhere but not in all synthetic medium, but like it requires presence of an organic body, like either a either a animal body or a plant or a bacteria. So that's why statement 2 is incorrect. If 2 is incorrect, we can eliminate option D also. Now let us read the third statement. It says viruses are transmitted from one organism to another by biological vectors only, okay. Here we need to focus on this particular keyword only, okay. So viruses can be transferred from one organism to another by biological vectors as well as mechanical vectors, okay. So mechanical vectors include, you know, those things, okay. Mechanical vectors may include air as well, it may include, you know, some kind of, I mean, things, it may include, you know, like animal bodies also, like there may be some animal like who are, you know, while moving they might, you know, contact the viruses that are not affecting themselves, but like they can transmit this virus to somewhere else as well, okay. So that can be considered as a mechanical vector. But when we talk about biological vector, so if a person or if something is, you know, affected by a virus, and then this particular person or the thing, you know, affects someone else, that can be considered as a biological vector. So that's why statement 3 is incorrect, okay, it is incorrect. So correct answer for this question is option A only, okay. Here, like this question may be, you know, little difficult for those people who did not study biology properly in their schools in 10th standard or in 11th 12th standard. But the thing is, here, since, you know, since COVID-19 is a pandemic, it is very important that we understand the characteristics of viruses, okay. So there are multiple things that are associated with viruses. Since we are just discussing a question, we will limit our discussion here itself for the virus. But like in your free time, you can study more about virus, you can study about nature of virus, you can study about structure of virus, you can study about, you know, characteristics of virus, okay. So there are a lot of things that you can study under viruses, okay. So with this, now let us take another question. Okay, so this question was asked by UPSC in the year of 2011, okay. So now let us read this question. This question says a married couple, okay, a married couple adopted a male child, okay. So there is a couple, okay. Okay, so there is a married couple, they have adopted a male child. So let's consider this is the, you know, diagram of a child. So this is like, you know, a person. So I will not write A over here. So this is a married couple, this is one of the spouse, this is second spouse, this is the, you know, adopted child, adopted child, okay. So it says a married couple adopted a male child. A few years later, twin boys were born to them, okay. So they have adopted a male child, this child is a male, okay, and then, you know, twin male childs are also born to, you know, this particular couple, okay. So this is one male child, this is another male child, and they have already adopted a male child. So like they have 3 babies, all the 3 babies are boys, okay. The blood group of the couple is AB positive and O negative, okay. Here they are saying that the blood group of the couple is AB positive and O negative. It is not clearly mentioned that like the father has AB positive or the mother have AB positive. So let us consider one of the spouse has AB positive blood group and another has O negative blood group, okay. So keep a track on the diagram that I am drawing over here, and then the blood group of the 3 sons is A positive, B positive and O positive, okay. 3 sons, like they have 3 sons, okay, all the 3 sons. Over here I am again drawing, you know, these sons, okay. One of them has A positive blood group, another one has B positive blood group, okay, and one of them has O positive blood group, okay. So this is all the information that is given in the question. In the question they are saying like there is a, you know, couple, and one of the spouse has A positive blood group, another has, you know, O negative blood group. They have adopted a male child, and after a couple of years, okay, so they have twin babies and both the babies are boys, okay. Now they are asking the blood group of the adopted son, okay. What is the blood group of the adopted son, okay. So here we need to understand that, like, you know, those childs, okay, those childs that are born to this particular couple, they will, you know, their blood group will be decided by the blood group of their parents, okay. but the adopted child may have a blood group which may not resemble with the blood group of the parents. And apart from this, it is also very important for us to understand that every human being has one or other type of blood group. So what can be the different types of blood group? So we can have, you know, A, B, AB or O. These can be different types of blood group. A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group and O. Okay, apart from this, the blood group is also associated with something which is known as Rh factor. Okay, Rh factor. If there is a presence of Rh factor in a blood group, Rh factor is a kind of protein. If in a blood group there is a presence of Rh factor, we consider it to be you know, positive. Okay, positive. And if Rh factor is absent, in that case it is considered as negative. Okay, so the blood group can be A positive or A negative, it can be B positive or B negative, it can be AB positive or AB negative, it can be O positive or O negative. Okay, so these can be different types of blood groups. Now here we need to understand that, like, you know, whenever there is a couple, for example, we have AB positive, one of the spouse has AB positive, other has O negative. Then if, you know, there is a presence of positive Rh factor, then positive Rh factor is dominant over the negative Rh factor. What it means, let us understand. Okay, so here, over here, what we are doing, let me draw a diagram for you so that, like, you can understand it easily. Okay, so what happens, let's consider, this is the blood group. Okay, so let me draw this diagram for you. You'll understand it, you know, easily, like, about the blood group. So let's consider this is the blood group. Okay, so this is the blood group of the father, means like the male person in the couple, and this is the blood group of the mother. So over here I am writing MOTHER. Okay, mother. Now we have to find out what can be the blood group. Okay, what can be the blood group of the adopted son. Okay, adopted child. So it is A, it is B, it is AB, it is O. Okay, in this case the blood group can be A or it can be O. In this case it can be A or B or O. In this case the blood group can be A, B or AB. In this case the blood group can be A or O. Okay, so this is how the combination happens. Okay, this is how the combination in blood group happens. And in this case the blood group can be A, can be B or can be in this case, okay, O. Okay, and in this case the blood group can be B/O. In this case, okay, when we have B and AB, okay, it can be A, it can be B, it can be AB. In this case it can be B/O, like that. Okay, so what is happening? Okay, the blood group over here, the diagram that I am drawing over here, this is over here, this can be the, you know, blood group of the child that are, you know, biologically born out of these parents. On one side there is a father, on other side there is a mother. Okay, so this can be the, you know, blood group. So like I can draw two more table, like you know, two more rows combining these blood groups, but here we need to understand that the Rh factor, positive Rh factor is dominant as compared to negative Rh factor. Okay, if the parent one of the parent have positive Rh factor, means AB positive, okay, one of the parent has positive Rh factor, other parent has negative Rh factor. Okay, in case of AB positive, so you know, the childs are going to have, you know, positive Rh factor only. Okay, So you know, the positive RH factor will be dominant over the negative RH factor. Okay, so the blood group of the, you know, children can be A positive, it can be B positive. Okay, it can be A positive. Okay, it can be A positive or it can be B positive. Okay, but like, you know, this O positive, there will be no possibility of having O positive. Why? Because one of the parent had O negative. Okay, one of the parent had O negative blood group. So O negative will not give, okay, O positive. So this O positive blood group, okay, this particular blood group belongs to the adopted child. Okay, it belongs to the adopted child. Okay, it belongs to the adopted child. So what will be the blood group of the adopted child? The blood group of the adopted child is going to be O positive, because the biological children will have, you know, can have A positive, can have B positive, can have AB positive, but they will not be having O positive, because one of the parent has O negative. Okay, so that's why O negative will not lead to O positive. Okay, so that's why correct answer for this question is option A. Option A is the correct answer. Option A is blood group of the adopted child. And about this thing, for many of you it may be difficult at this point of time, but the thing is, you just need to revise the NCERT books on biology. You will be able to understand it easily. Okay. So with this, now let us take another question for the day. This question was asked by UPSC in the year of 2013. Okay. So let us read this question. It says, rainbow is produced when sunlight falls on drops of rain. Okay, rainbow is produced when sunlight falls on the drops of rain. Which of the following physical phenomena are responsible for this? Okay, here we need to understand that rainbow is a natural physical phenomena. We see rainbow after a rainfall. Okay, whenever rainfall happens, after the rainfall, we see the rainbow in the direction opposite to that of the sun. Okay, so rainbow shows us 7 different colors, but like there are various, you know, there are various physical phenomena associated with it. Okay, one of the physical phenomena is dispersion. Okay, so light gets dispersed. Okay, light gets dispersed whenever, you know, there are particles. Okay, so like small particles actually disperse the lights. So dispersion of light is associated with rainbow. And apart from this, we also see refraction of light. What do we mean by refraction of light? Refraction of light means, let's consider over here this is air, and let's consider this is water droplet. Okay, this is water droplet. When light is passing, when light is going from here and it is passing through the water droplet. Okay, so when it is passing through the water droplet, what is happening? The light gets bended, light bends. Okay, how the light bends? Whenever light is moving from a rarer medium to a denser medium, okay, the light will bend towards the normal. And whenever it is, you know, moving from denser medium to rarer medium, it will move away from the normal. So these are some physical, you know, like terms from physics. Many of you may not be able to understand, but here we need to understand that, like, when light travels from one medium to another medium, air to water, generally light bends. Okay, it bends. Okay, it is bending. You can see over here. Okay, it should ideally go like this, but it is bending. Okay, after bending, when it emerges from the water droplet, it again follows the same path, but like at a distance, parallel distance over here. Okay, so this particular phenomena is known as refraction. It is known as refraction. And if we talk about internal reflection, what happens internal reflection? Whenever the, you know, whenever light goes like this, let's consider light goes like this, and after passing, it just, you know, reflects back to the same medium. That is known as total internal reflection. Okay, it is known as total internal reflection. So, you know, all these physical phenomena are associated with rainbow. Okay, all of these physical phenomena are associated with rainbow. Okay, so in your free time, you should try to find out what is the definition of dispersion, what is the definition of refraction, what is the definition of internal reflection? Okay, some of these keywords are already mentioned in the 10th standard NCERT, but one of the keyword like total internal reflection you may not find in 10th standard NCERT. Okay, it is there in 11th and 12th standard books. Okay, but like if you read it, right, it is, I understand like many of you who are not science graduates or who did not focus on science in your like schooling, for you it may be difficult, but like in your free time you should try to find out what these terms mean and what is rainbow. Rainbow is a physical phenomena that every one of us knows. Okay, so that's the thing. So correct answer for this question is option D. Okay, so I would say this question to be difficult for those people who did not study science properly, okay, or who are not science graduates. But even for science graduate, this may be a little confusing in nature. Okay, the previous two questions were also moderate to difficult level. Okay, they were not easy. Okay, now let us take another question for the day. Okay, this question, it was asked by UPSC in the year of 2013. Okay, let us read this question. Again, I would say this question to be difficult. Okay, this particular question is difficult. Okay, D does not mean answer, it means difficult. Okay, difficult. Okay, it is difficult for those people who do not read newspaper. Okay, if you read newspaper, if you follow what is the development in science and technology, you will be able to answer this question, even whether you have read like science in your graduation or not. Okay, so let us see. It says the efforts to detect the existence of Higgs boson particle have become frequent news in the recent past. What is or are importance of discovering this particle? Okay, here the entire question is based on the theme Higgs boson. Okay, so here you need to understand that like they are focusing on a keyword which is known as Higgs boson. Okay, many of you may be hearing or seeing this particular term for the first time. Okay, but the thing is, whenever there is a widespread development, okay, then that particular thing is in news for a long period of time. Okay, you might have heard about fourth dimension of matter, fifth dimension. Okay, you might have heard about different kind of scientific developments that are happening. So these things come in news for a long time when there is a particular discovery, whenever scientists are exploring this particular thing. Okay, so let us read these statements one by one and then we will try to understand this question. Okay, statement 1 says it will enable us to understand as to why elementary particles have mass. Okay, here we need to understand, like many of you read G.C. Leong, right? The first chapter of G.C. Leong, right, for geography, it talks about universe. Okay, origin of universe. Then there you come across a term. Okay, you come across a term which is known as Big Bang theory. Okay, yeah, you might have heard about this particular thing which is known as Big Bang theory. What do we mean by this Big Bang theory? Big Bang theory means like very old, around 13.4 billion years ago. Okay, so like at a very old date, there was a massive explosion in the universe. Okay, there was a massive explosion in the universe, and that particular explosion, okay, initially it has generated a huge energy. Then after some time, these energies interacted with the field which is known as Higgs boson field. Okay, these energy interacted with the field which is known as Higgs boson field. Okay, the energy interacted with the field which is known as Higgs boson field, and those energies that interacted with this field for long, these energies gained more mass. Okay, so more interaction means more mass. Okay, so this particular Higgs boson theory or Higgs boson field gives rise to mass from energy. Okay, you might have heard about Einstein's theory of relativity, There he told that energy can be converted into mass and mass can be converted into energy. Okay, so he has given a equation also, which is E equals to mc square, okay, like that. So here the Higgs boson field, okay, gives us the information about, you know, particle nature, okay, the particle nature of energy, or like, you know, it talks about, you know, the particles, subatomic particles. If we are able to understand in detail about Higgs boson, we will be able to understand about, you know, particles of the universe. So that's why this statement 1 is correct. It says it will enable us to understand as to why elementary particle have mass, okay, as to why elementary particle has mass. You might have heard about proton, neutron, electron, like that. These all of them have mass, but when we talk about photon, they also have mass, but their mass is negligible because photons interacted very less, okay, photons interacted very less with Higgs boson field, okay. So that's why statement 1 is correct. If statement 1 is correct, we can eliminate, okay, option B over here. Let us now read the second statement. It says it will enable us in near future to develop technology of transferring matter from one point to another without traversing the physical space between them. This is totally fiction, okay. So you might have heard about time machine. Time machine means you are sitting over here, in a second, like you will be found somewhere else, okay, without actually traveling through that particular distance, okay. So second statement is talking about a concept similar to that, okay, but this is not correct, okay. So Higgs boson is not going to help us, you know, transferring matter without traveling the distance, okay. So second statement is incorrect. If second statement is incorrect, D can be eliminated, okay, because D has 2 as an option. Now let us read the third statement. It says it will enable us to create better fuels for nuclear fission, okay. See, the thing is, Higgs boson talks about, like, you know, like how subatomic particles gain mass, have mass, okay. So they are not, you know, at the subatomic level. I mean, like, you know, they will not help us to create better fuels for nuclear fission. So Higgs boson is not being researched for, you know, creation of nuclear fission, because like Higgs boson is not radioactive element, okay, as such, okay. So Higgs boson is a kind of field, okay, it is a kind of field. Like you might have heard about electromagnetic field, okay, gravitational field. So we have different kind of fields. Similarly, we have Higgs boson field, okay, we have Higgs boson field. So that's why third statement is also incorrect. That's why correct answer for this question is option A, 1 only, okay, 1 only. So with this, now let us take the next question for the day. This question was asked by UPSC in the year of 2014, okay, 2014. Let us read this question. It says, consider the following pairs, okay. This was an easy to moderate question, okay, I would say its level is easy to moderate. For people like who have studied little bit about vitamins and, you know, associated deficiency diseases, they will be able to answer it easily, okay. So it is easy to moderate, it is not a difficult question. So now let us read this question. It says, consider the following pairs. Vitamin, on one side they have given vitamins, on other side they have given deficiency diseases, okay. So it says vitamin C, okay, scurvy, okay. So vitamin C is an important and essential element for, you know, for human beings, okay. So we get vitamin C from citrus fruits, we get it from, you know, different kind of vegetables, okay. So vitamin C is an important thing, okay, but like if there is a lack of vitamin C, then it will lead to a kind of disease which is known as scurvy, okay. So statement 1 is correct. If we talk about second, vitamin D, you know, like vitamin D is very important for calcium, okay. It helps to make the bone strong, okay. It helps, you know, in making the bone strong. So vitamin D is very essential for kids, for small kids, okay, who are just growing, because that time their bones are, you know, their bones are soft. If they get enough vitamin D, then their bones will become strong, they will be healthier, okay. So we find vitamin D deficiency in women also in older ages. So that's why they take calcium tablets. Okay, so vitamin D, whenever there is a deficiency of vitamin D in a body, okay, it will lead to rickets. What do we mean by rickets? The bones get weakened. Okay, so you might have seen, like, there are some kids whose bones are very I mean, like, I would say very weak. If they happen to fall somewhere, then their bones, their bone may I mean may get ruptured. Okay, so there may be fracture in the bone. So ricket is a disease that is associated with weakening of the bones. Okay, second is also correct. When we talk about statement 3, it says vitamin E, night blindness. This is incorrect. Okay, night blindness is associated with vitamin A. Okay, it is associated with vitamin A, not vitamin E. Okay, so it is associated with vitamin A. So third is incorrect. Okay, you can eliminate option B, option C. Correct answer for this question is option A. Okay, so these are minute things. In your free time, you can find out various kinds of vitamins, and you can find out how these vitamins help in human body, and at the same time you can also read about, like, what are the diseases that we may develop if there is a deficiency of a particular vitamin in our body. Okay, so with this we have come to an end of today's discussion. So most of the questions, the first 4 questions in today's discussion were of difficult nature. The last question was easy to moderate level. Okay, so with this, thank you so much everyone for attending this session. I hope you have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Contact us to avail the combo offer of General Studies and Public Administration optional with 20% discount.